Hitler the Dictator will continue in a moment on the History Channel.
Hi, I'm Bob Vila, and I'm here to show you a great new hand tool from Sears. What you working on, Tim?
Well, I'm fixing this wheel, but these pliers make it really difficult. I mean, it takes two hands to adjust them, and even then it doesn't fit quite right, so I end up rounding off this nut.
Try Robogrip instead of those slip joint pliers. Robogrip pliers automatically self-adjust, so you only need one hand to use them. With Robogrip's exclusive cam mechanism, just a simple squeeze of the spring-loaded handle, and the jaws automatically adjust for a perfect fit. Robogrip makes any job easier. It's perfect for snugging or loosening bolts, and the offset head gives you a better grip, more power, and gets you into tighter places than ordinary pliers. So it's ideal for auto repair work. Robogrip even works on pipes. The laminated construction makes them strong, just like plywood is stronger than a single piece of wood. Because it's a Craftsman hand tool from Sears, it's fully warranted forever. So Jan, tell me about the tools you use around the house.
Well, I keep the most essential tools like a hammer, a screwdriver, and a pair of pliers.
Jan, if you only have 3 tools, one of them should be a Robogrip. This handy do-it-all tool is the world's smartest pliers. It grips tightly with just a squeeze of your hand. You only need one hand to use it because it adjusts by itself. It's lightweight and the handle fits the shape of your hand, large or small. And you know you can trust the quality because it's a Craftsman tool, America's #1 name in tools. And remember, when you buy from Sears, your satisfaction is guaranteed, or your money back.
For rush delivery of your Craftsman Robogrip, get your Sears charge or other credit card ready and call 1-800-742-6666. That's 1-800-742-6666. Or send check or money order for $19.99 plus shipping and handling and applicable state and local sales tax to Robogrip, 5959 Triumph Street, Commerce, California, 90040. Call 1-800-742-6666. That's 1-800-742-6666 right now.
We now return to Hitler the Dictator. Hitler the Dictator will continue in a moment on the History Channel.
Litter boxes are disgusting. This Quicksand system will amaze you. Watch. Your cat leaves you these little gifts behind, and of course, because they're cats, they like to bury them and they often break them up. Instead of scooping to clean, you just lift the top tray and all of the clean litter sifts through. Isn't that clever? Then just throw the used litter away. Now here's the secret. Once you've emptied the tray, you have to turn it around before you put it at the bottom of the stack. How do you know you've done that? You just line up the paws.
You just got to try it and use it yourself. It's just an experience, just to lift it and there it goes, it's done.
I like Quicksand because it's fast, it's simple, I don't have to get in there and search around anymore.
I used to wait until it got really disgusting, then I'd dump the whole thing in the garbage, go out and buy a new box of clumping cat litter, and it was very expensive, but it was a lot easier than getting my hands dirty.
You've seen how Quicksand works. Now let me show you why it works. This patented system uses 3 identical trays. Individually, each slotted tray acts as a sift. But when any 2 are stacked together, the slots interlock to form a solid tray. Add the 3rd tray, and there you have it, a perpetual sifting system.
Quicksand makes it easier to make my cats happy.
Quicksand is the last litter box you'll ever have to buy, so order now. Your cat's litter is not getting any cleaner. Put Quicksand to work in your home. Order now and we'll send you the complete Quicksand system with 3 trays. And if you call now, we'll also send you this bonus of a spill guard absolutely free.
To order your Quicksand system with the spill guard for only $19.95, call the number on your screen and have your credit card ready. Our 30-day guarantee, you and your pet will love Quicksand or your money refunded. Put Quicksand to work in your home. Not available in stores.
Call 1-800-693-9911.
Hear ye, hear ye! Tonight on the History Channel!
Tonight at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific, witness the creation of the Empire State Building on Modern Marvels. Then Powers Booth stars as the maniacal cult leader in The Story of Jim Jones on History Sunday, followed by Weapons at War.
It's all happening tonight on the History Channel! Hear ye!
We now return to Hitler the Dictator. Hitler the Dictator will continue in a moment on the History Channel.
Sprint's dime-a-minute rate is getting rave reviews.
Sprint Cents is great. I can call my sister in Kansas for only 10 cents a minute.
Now I call my folks in New York 3 times a week. For just a dime a minute, why not? That's right. All over the country, people have been signing up for Sprint's simple low rate. Call now and you'll pay just 10 cents a minute on state-to-state calls every evening, every night, and all weekend long.
We've got a daughter in college in Los Angeles, so 10 cents a minute is terrific for us.
And it's just 10 cents a minute to Canada on weekends.
So what are you waiting for? Call now.
Know what I like best? When I call back home, I'm earning 10% cash back.
It's like a great big tip at the end of the year. And Sprint's dime-a-minute rate is good forever. So call now.
Dime a minute? I rate it a 10.
You just can't beat Sprint Cents. Get a dime a minute and 10% cash back. Call now. 1-800-621-9046.
History Alive will return in a moment here on the History Channel. Modern Marvels.
How big can you build it so it won't fall down?
The world's tallest tower stood as a tribute to power and progress, but it had no tenants. In fact, it finally took a monkey to make people go ape over it.
It became immortal all over the world.
The Empire State Building on Modern Marvels, tonight at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific on the History Channel. Batten down the hatches, 'cause they're coming. By land, sea, and air. Weapons at war on the History Channel.
Brutality of the battlefield.
Join the attack as host Gerald McRaney targets the developments that have brought modern weaponry to the edge. The art of war hasn't changed. The weapons have. Weapons at war. Tonight on the History Channel.
We continue the story of Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Hitler the Dictator. Hitler the Dictator will continue in a moment on the History Channel.
Victims of drought and famine.
Lack the power to stir our hearts. The simplest thing in the world is to just turn all this off, because things never seem to get any better, do they? For the last 18 years, I visited areas where the day-to-day living conditions are unthinkable, and it's the children who always suffer the most. At times, I've wanted to turn it off, too, but I can't, because I can't forget the raw sewage that runs by where children eat and sleep. I can't ignore the babies losing their eyesight because they didn't get simple vitamins. I can't turn away from the listless girls and boys who are near death simply because they have no food or water. But I've seen something else, too. I've seen babies come alive with new health because of miracles made possible by people who called and became Save the Children sponsors. But we still have a long way to go. We urgently need you to call Save the Children now. It doesn't take much, $20 a month. From where we sit, that may not seem like much, I know, but where children are hurting most, $20 a month can be enough to give a child protection from deadly but preventable diseases like measles, a chance to learn to read and write, and most of all, nutritious food. How do you know your donations are really making a difference? You'll find it in progress reports from Save the Children. Read it in letters proudly written by your child, and see it in the ear-to-ear smiles and photos. Save the Children squeezes the most out of every dollar to help a child. In fact, Money Magazine has once again named Save the Children one of America's best charities. So you can continue to turn off the needs, or you can call this number and say yes to sponsoring one precious girl or boy. I promise you can help make these haunting pictures go away. Please call.
A History Channel special. A series that gripped the nation.
In the name of Jesus, have mercy.
The compelling story of one family's history.
Please, hear my prayers.
Their will to survive and their struggle to be free. Nominated for 37 Emmys. Roots, beginning June 2nd on the History Channel.
We now return to Hitler the Dictator.
Coming up on the History Channel. Coming up on the History Channel. Coming up on the History Channel.
Through his political manipulations, he brought the world to the brink of war. Stay tuned for the fascinating portrait of Hitler on History Alive.
Gather your families. It's coming up on the History Channel. Gather your families.
Behind these doors are two people very much alike. Both graduated from college and started their careers at the same time, filled with ambitious dreams about the future. But as you'll see, there is a difference. It isn't intelligence or talent or dedication. It isn't that one person wants success and the other doesn't. The difference lies in what each knows and how each makes use of that knowledge. And that's the purpose of the Wall Street Journal. It gives you knowledge. Knowledge you can use to get ahead. The Wall Street Journal keeps you on the cutting edge with news and insights that can affect you personally and professionally. Subscribe now and have the Journal delivered to your home or office. Now, with your paid 10-week subscription, you'll also receive our gift of 2 weeks free. That's 12 weeks of the Journal for just 65 cents a day. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call now, 800-354-3400. That's 800-354-3400 for the Wall Street Journal.
Each day builds history. Take a look at this day in history with Edwin Newman.
A blockade of Western Allied ground and water transport routes to West Berlin, traveling through Soviet occupation zones, was imposed by the USSR during June of 1948. However, the Soviets could not block air traffic short of shooting down planes at the risk of igniting World War III. Vital supplies were therefore flown into West Berlin aboard British, American, and French transport DC-3s. The attempt to choke off food and energy to 2.5 million West Berliners was a response to what the Soviets called intransigence by the Western Allies on the future of Berlin and Germany. The Berlin airlift came close to landing a plane a minute, depositing more than 1 million tons of cargo before the blockade was ended on May 12, 1949.
It was a part of this day in history. You relived it on the History Channel. One man's vision, blurred by his quest for power.
Did he have genuine concern for poor people?
We must all give.
He heard the call to save his people.
Is he preparing his flock for Armageddon?
Prepare yourself.
Jim Jones was on the verge of death.
A story linked with revealing interviews. Power's Booth, the Guyana tragedy, on Movies in Time. Tonight, 9 Eastern, 10 Pacific, on the History Channel.
Hitler the Blackmailer will continue on the History Channel.
What you're about to see shocked me. And if you love cats and wild animals, you may not want to watch. Tigers. They're being shot, poisoned, snared, and butchered by poachers who sell them on the black market. Tigers are disappearing faster than any large mammal on Earth. 95,000 tigers have been killed since the turn of the century. There are only about 5,000 left alive. And many think it'll be a miracle if tigers survive another 10 years. But World Wildlife Fund is working with our international partners to stop the killing.
Help us save the tiger by joining our wildlife rescue team. Call the number on your screen and we'll send you a photograph of a magnificent tiger in the wild, an animal you'll be helping to protect. As a member of the team, you'll also receive this beautiful tiger t-shirt, which will tell others you love wildlife and that you care about conservation and the environment. You'll be helping to stop the killing of wildlife for the black market and shut down the illegal trafficking that threatens some of the world's most beloved animals. The jaguar in Latin America, rhinos in Africa and Asia, and the highly endangered tiger. For the tigers who've been killed, it's too late. But for those who remain, you are the only one who can make a difference. Your $18 monthly pledge, or a single gift of $50, $75, or $100, is their best hope for survival.
You can be a part of this life-saving work by joining the Wildlife Rescue Team. Please call now.
Before one more tiger is slaughtered, call to make your $18 monthly pledge.
We now return to Hitler the Blackmailer.